Greetings and aloha from the epicenter of online cinema criticism, i.e. this YouTube channel placing the plump sausage of cinema in the air fryer of discourse. And if you haven't yet done so, then please do yourself and me a favour and subscribe and leave a comment. Jafar Panahi is the veteran Iranian auteur and democracy campaigner who continues to get arrested and harassed in his home country, now sentenced in absentia to a year's imprisonment and travel ban. And yet even now, I suspect the Iranian authorities are tensely and hypocritically aware of world scrutiny and indeed the soft power prestige still to be accrued to Iran from Panahi's eminence. Now Panahi has made what might be his most emotionally explicit film yet, this year's Cannes Palme d'Or winner. It Was Just an Accident, a film about state violence and revenge, about the pain of tyranny that coexists with ostensible everyday normality. There are macabre stabs of satire, black comedy and horror farce, and the movie almost looks like an Iranian dissident tribute to Weekend at Bernie's, or even Hitchcock's The Trouble with Harry.
چه پاگروزه آورده اینجا؟
آب بیاری.
مطمئنی خودشه؟
فقط میخوام کمکم کنی. افتادم تو شک. شما ببینید خودشه یا نه.
A man played by Ebrahim Azizi is driving at night with his heavily pregnant wife and his young daughter in the car and suffers the time-honoured suspense thriller shock premise of hitting something in the dark, a dog. It was just an accident, but it causes his car to break down and he finds himself pulling over at random at a garage by the roadside belonging to Vahid, played by Vahid Mobasseri, nicknamed Jughead because of his habit of holding his painful kidneys with one hand, his arm like a jug handle. The driver has a disability too, a limp, and Vahid is stunned, scared and angry to realise that he knows this man, and it sets in train a bizarre series of events. This involves reuniting a whole disparate cohort of Vahid's acquaintances who've all suffered at the hands of the state. Buxela Salah, wedding photographer Shiva, the couple whose wedding photos she is taking, bride Goli and groom Ali, and local hothead Hamid. The grotesque, almost dreamlike sequence of subsequent events takes us to various locations, including a remote desert with a tree that Hamid says looks like a stage set for Waiting for Godot. The plot twists and turns are startling, almost unreal. Can it be true that normal people like this can countenance violence? But if that seems implausible to us, perhaps that is because we don't grasp the violence through which they have already lived. The narrative jolts and shunts us around like Vahid and his friends in the back of his van. So do the shifts in tone from tragedy to comedy and back. But these storytelling chicanes never quite get us to the shark jumping point of facetiousness or absurdity that they might, say, in another Anglo-Hollywood type of movie. There is, by the way, some acid satire on Iranian officialdom's addiction to bribes. A hospital nurse asks Vahid if he knows how to give a present or just make a scandal, and she wants a box of pastries to go with the money. A couple of shifty, dodgy security guards ask Vahid et al. For a present as well, in exchange for not making a fuss about their suspicious behaviour in the back of Vahid's van. And not having cash doesn't let Vahid off, incidentally. These uniformed guys grinningly produce a sum-up debit card reader. They take bribes in the form of contactless payments. Maybe Joe Orton might have admired this tough, cynical movie, especially the group scenes in which Goli has to participate in all the mayhem wearing her wedding dress. It's another very impressive serio-comic film from one of the most distinctive and courageous figures in world cinema. And that's it. It's actually going to be my last vlog for 2025. I want to thank you for supporting this channel over the past year and to thank you again for supporting my work at The Guardian. I really do appreciate this and I appreciate all your comments. I'll be back in the new year when I hope I'll have one or two things to share about my creative work. So I hope you'll listen to that. Until then, happy Christmas. And if you're looking for a tasty stocking filler, there is, of course, my collection of short fiction, The Body in the Mobile Library and Other Stories. Details given below. See you in 2026.